finally get started. Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Winglish by Pooja Singh. Today again a lot of mess was there, so no worries, finally we are here and let's get started. And yes, the very first thing, today we are going to solve UGC NET December 2015 PYQ, and every time you are solving a single question, you are getting closer to your dream of clearing UGC NET JRF, AIR1 and whatever you can dream of. Please dream big. Okay, the very first thing is that. And then what? Then, and I have to thank you all for joining my live session after all the messes happening, a lot of technical issues and everything. And yes, whenever we start something new, we are at we have to see whether these things are working or not working. So yeah, I'm very happy that everybody is appreciating this 2015 or I have started from June 2012 PYQ of English literature. Good afternoon. So yeah, this has been the one of the best series, and everybody is just texting me, they are emailing me in comment section also that please continue this series because it is one of the best way to revise your thing. You get to know the repeated themes which has been often, and you will not believe that from 2012 I have seen where when I was studying like that time also I could not find these type of themes, but now when I'm seeing it in a series wise, it has, like, my perspective has been changed a lot. So yeah, this is very helpful, this is going to be very helpful for you. So yes, let's dive into UGC NET December 2015 paper, and I wish all the best of your preparation. Please prepare for the best, and this is the time when you can revise, get to know the themes which are repeated by UGC NET. So yes, let's get started. So the very first question is that who among the following advanced the theory of that mind is a tabula rasa at birth and acquires all ideas by experience? So the very first answer is John Locke. Why? Because he is the father of liberalism, and he has proved that when you take birth, it is not decided, you don't have any preconceived knowledge. It is then after taking birth that you get to know that whether you have been, suppose in that after taking birth, when you are happy you smile, whenever you are sad you cry. So that is a thing, it comes from knowledge. So that what he says, that mental content, and therefore all knowledge comes from experiences or perceptions of art. So yes, it is very important. He is the father of liberalism, and please do read all his work. Okay, now let's get to question number second. Which of the following authors wrote studies in the history of Renaissance? The very first option is Walter Pater, Oscar Wilde, Thomas Carlyle and John Ruskin. So the answer is none other than Walter Pater, and he was an English essayist, literary art critic, and there was a book titled Studies in the History of the Renaissance, and it was very famous at that time, and it was like Greek and Roman civilization chiefly in the 15th century. So please grab your notebook and do write whatever I am telling you, because in the college also professors do tell you, and you are the one, you have to take the notes of it. If you're not taking notes of it, it is going to be very difficult for you, right? So yes, because when we take classes, it feels like that yes, we will be able to remember everything, but no, it does not happen at the same time. Okay, let's move to question number 3. Whom does Harriet Smith finally marry in one of Jane Austen's novel? So how we have to cover this thing, that for this you have to read Jane Austen, and this is the character Harriet Smith, and it is very important so whenever you are reading Jane Austen's novel, please make sure you know the characters, you know the terms in a very deep relation, because these are the things which are very important, right? So whom Harriet finally marries? Knightley, Darcy, Collins or Mr. Martin. So it was none other than Mr. Martin. So yes, you have to remember this one, and this was in novel Emma. So yeah, please study the Emma. Question number 4. A poet once referred as an old man, a tattered coat upon a stick, and that is an example of metonymy, sarcasm, simile, or metaphor. So it is an example of metaphor. Why metaphor? Because it is saying that a tattered upon a stick. So, and it has been referred in the Sailing to Byzantium. It is a poem by W.B. Yeats. And why it has been said that an old man is a tattered upon a stick? Because have you seen a scarecrow? It has been compared to a scarecrow, that old man is a very thin one and he stands like that, and then a stick in the ground with some thrown racks over it. So it is all about that so that when we refer something to someone, it is called metaphor. So this is it. Please read Sailing to Byzantium, and it is very important one. And again, you can see an indirect question from W.B. Yeats. So yeah, he is very important. Okay, now let's move to question number 5. Which of the following is not a pastoral elegy? Which of the following is not a pastoral elegy? It's In Memoriam is not a pastoral elegy. Rest, Lycidas, Thyrsis, and Adonisis are all pastoral elegy. What is pastoral elegy? When it talks about both the death and the idyllic rural life, often in the featuring shepherds, but there is a poet deceased friend is not shepherd. So here it is all about pastoral elegy. Then again, Samuel Beckett and Waiting for Godot is very, very, very important from 2012 till December 2015. Like June 2012 June, December, then 2013 June, December, then 14 June, December, then 15 June and December. It has been like 3, 6, 7, 8 times this work has been asked. So you can understand its importance in Beckett's Waiting for Godot. The characters often use dislocated, repetitious and clinched speech primarily too. So what you have to see, illustrate the essentially illogical, purposeless nature of human condition. Recreate the workings of subconscious, mock the exaggerated dignity and wisdom of modern self-processed intellectual, reinforce the comic action of partial plots. So it is none other than but it illustrate the essentially illogical, purposeless nature of the human condition. And Waiting for Godot is all about how we are absurdity, how the meaningless of life is all about meanings. So that's move. Then moving to question number 7. What it is asking, which of the following 16 good evening, good afternoon, which of the following 16th century poets was not a courtier? So how you will understand? George Putnam, Walter Raleigh, Philip Sidney, Thomas Wyatt. So it will be George Putnam. Okay, so you have to read. He was a 16th century literary writer and critic who generally reckoned as the author of the influential handbook of the art of the English possesses, that is written in like 15 and 1500. So these are the very important work, and these all are important poets: Philip Sidney, Walter Raleigh and Thomas Wyatt. So you need to know these all things. Okay, then question number 8. Patrick White. Again, Patrick White, it has been asked again and again since it's 2025. Again it has been asking. So Patrick White published 2 novels in 1950s, giving the eras of pioneering and exploration in Australian history an epic, ironic, psychological dimension. The novels are A Fringe of Leaves, The Tree of Man Was, or The Ant Story. So what it will be? So it will be who has been published 2 novels. So it is The tree of man and was. So B and C, B and C, A and B, B and C, C and A, C and D. So it's generally B and C. So yeah, again, Patrick White is very important one. Please read all his work just for names and know he is from Australia, because many a times it has been asked. Okay, now question number 9. In which of the following works did Bakhtin proposes his widely cited concept of the carnivalesque? Okay, so in which works discourse in the novel, dialogical imagination, rebellious in his world, and forms of times and the chronotype of the novel? So it has been asked in the rebellious and his world, which is of the one of the most, that, and it also says that he has discovered the social system, and according to that only in the rebellious and his world, what it is that every people according to the hierarchy how it has been done and how people are doing it, like the noble class will dressed up all the corset and the works and the high quality fabrics and all that, and the one who belong to the lower caste, they would not be having that fancy dresses. So it is all about carnival, that it is decided balance between the language and it is not the, it is that how Bhaktin describes it as a social institution. So it is all about that. Now question number 10, and it is very important one. This all are discourse in the novel is important. Dialogic imagination, just you should be knowing who has written discourse in the novel, then you should be knowing who has given the concept of dialogical imagination, then rebellious and his world, then forms of time and the chronotype in the novel. So it is very 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 important. So again, now match the following. It's UGC NET's favorites, so kindly do not miss until unless you will not be knowing the author and the subtext. It will be very difficult. So match the following columns: A. Sebastian Fox, Peter Ackroyd, Ian McEwan, David Lodge, and the text are Amsterdam, Changeling Places. I know Changeling, I just know one work and one author, and from that I will try to solve. Yes, and I can try to solve, because it's very easy. 1 2 3 4, whenever you get these types of option, 1 2 3 4, it becomes easy once you are confirmed that yes, this particular author belongs from this particular genre, and I know this question will have the same text, so it becomes very easy. So kindly will be seeing, I know Sebastian Fox, no, I don't know Sebastian Fox. I know Changeling Places, and 2 is associated with D. So it's about David Lodge. Where is C? Where is D2? D2. Yes, see, I got just one right one. David Lodge is to Changing Places, so it is right one. So option is C. Sebastian Fox, Changing Places 2, and David Lodge. Then C, question number Mac Evan is 1. C is associated with 1. You will match the following with 1. Then Peter Ackroyd, B is associated with 3. Then Sebastian Fox is associated with Bird Song. So yes, we got all the right things. Now we'll be moving to question number 11. So in the new criticism, am I audible and visible? Please let me know, or I am just talking to myself. Anyone, please, in the comment section. I can see 2 people are here. Please, anyone, please confirm it. Please confirm it whether I am audible or not. Am I audible? Let me check by myself only. Please confirm it. Yes, I can listen to my voice. Okay, let's get started. Yes. I had to check by myself only because I think I don't know whether everyone is there. So yeah, in question number 11, in New Critics, the key term tension is associated with Cleaneth Brooks, Austen Warren, John Crow Ransom, or Alan Tate. So question number 11 is associated with. So the very first thing which you need to understand is what is new criticism and who has associated or created this word tension from it. So Cleaneth Brooks, Austen Warren, John Crow Ransom. The answer is Alan Tate, and it is very important once you are once you are in this English literature term, so you have to understand that yes, you have to go into the literary criticism and you should be knowing the basic things. Okay, then question number 12, while compiling, what sort of book did Samuel Richardson conceive of the idea? Let me zoom in a bit. Conceive the idea for his Pamela or Virtue Rewarded. So an account of the plague in London, an instruction manual for manners, a book of devotion, a book of model letters. So it is a book of model letter. So yeah, these are the very famous works and you should be knowing at least what is the exact thing. Okay, now question number 13. Who among the war poets gained notoriety in 1917 when disenchanted with the way the war was being conducted? Ma'am, full screen is not visible means? Please tell me, I did not get it. Audible but half of the question part only clearly visible. See, I am solving one question at a time. Okay. Audible but half of the question part only clearly visible, ma'am. See, suppose this is the question number 12. This is the question number 12. I am explaining this. While I am explaining, I will be थोड़ा zoom out कीजिए. Okay, fine, I got it. Okay. See, actually it is a very long one, that's why I had to zoom in. No issues, I got your point. Is it possible? Is it visible now? Means that we can see only half question. Yes, I was reading that time, that is why you were able to see the only half question. Now you will be able to see the full question. Okay, I got you. I'll first I'm not very good with these techniques, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, who among the following, I guess now can you see the whole question? थोड़ा छोटा कीजिए so that question and answer एक साथ दिख जाए. Okay, fine, actually I am zooming out, for that you will be able to see each and everything. Is it clear now? Shall we start? Once you say yes, I'll start with the work again. Okay, so who among the war poets gone northward with the disenchanted or with the way war being conducted? He drafted his letter to willful defiance of the military authority, which captured attention of the House of Commons and was forcibly admitted to the war hospital at Clohort, primarily to avoid his being court-martialed. Now when you see all this work, okay, thank you for confirming. So whenever you are watching these, नहीं दिख रहा है madam, please tell me once whether you are you able to see it or not. Yes, okay, let's get started. So these are the very first time, what you has to see, the very first line, war poets. So everything is concerned with the war poets, and now for this particular question you need to know the poet's background. Until unless you are not knowing the poet's background, it is very difficult to answer this question. So yes, It is none other than Siegfried Sassoon, because he was the one who was forcibly admitted to the war hospital at Krakow, and he primarily to avoid his being court-martialed, and that is why it is a backstory. It has all been conducted here, so that is why it is. And these Rupert Brooke, Wilfred Owen, Siegfried Sassoon, and Isaac Rosenberg, all four are perfect examples of war poet, and they are very famous, very famous. So yes, you need to understand this one. They are the very famous work, and you need to know their works also, because many a times I have seen they come from the match the following, like please match the following or chronological works. Okay, now in question number 14, if you cannot understand an argument and remark it's Greek to me, you are quoting whom? John Milton, William Shakespeare, Samuel Johnson, or John Donne? And it is very important question, and it has been like repeated thousands of times. You have seen it, and I have also posted in my community post. And yes, if you want to solve more question after this for your mock type revision, you can go to my community tab, like post, and you can see number of questions I post daily on a daily basis. So please, whenever you are free or you don't want to study anything, and once you have completed some portions, you go through it and solve questions. Okay, you just see, and explanations is also given. That will be very helpful for you. Okay, now, so it is none other than William Shakespeare, and the Bard of the Avon, and his birthday was yesterday, 23rd of April. So yes, it is Greek to me. When you don't understand anything and remark, just say it's Greek to me. Now question number 5, which of the following works did Walter Scott compile? The very first option is the Lay of the Last Minstrel, Marmion, Ivanhoe, or the Minstrelsy of Scottish Border. So question number 15, answer will be D, the Minstrelsy of Scottish Border. This is the correct answer. Now question number 16, which of the following is not written by Vol Soyinka? Again, world literature question. Okay, if you know the answer, do comment in the section so that it will be very easy for you. Okay, can you see the complete question and answer now? Please once confirm. Anyone, please confirm that you are able to see it. I don't need to zoom out and zoom in, so that it will be easily visible to you. Is it visible now? Now please confirm. So yeah, I think it's, let me check once whether it is visible or not. Okay, let's get started. Okay, which of the following is okay, which of the following is not written by Vol Soyinka? Home and Exile, The Interpreters, Congi's Harvard, The Swamp Dwellers. Which of the following is not written? Whenever you are seen with with seen and not, so please confirm it like that. Okay, then why everybody is saying not visible, not visible? So the very question will be, if you know the answer, please comment in the comment section. It is home and exile. Which of the following is not written a whole Soinka? It is home and exile. Now question number 17. In the defense of poesy, Sydney says, in the defense of poesy, so again it is very important work. Now as in geometry, the oblique must be known as well as the right arithmetic odd, as well say even in the actions of our life, who seeth not the evil, watteth a great foil to perceive the beauty of virtue. Which of the following forms of poesy offers foil that helps us perceive the beauty of virtue? So it is very important one. And Sydney, again Sydney is very 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 important. You cannot miss Sydney. So yeah, it is pastorals, parody, comedy or tragedy. It's none other than comedy, because what we say, what it is written that in geometry oblique must be known as well as the right, and in arithmetic the odd as well as the even. So in the actions of our life, so it is comparing our life to the geometry and the obliques, that our life who seeth not the filthiness of evil, wanted the grave. Again you can see the old word English, that wanted a great foil to perceive the beauty of virtue. Which of the following forms of poesy offers a foil that helps the perceive the beauty of virtue? When you are perceiving the beauty, we say no, until unless we don't have the pain, you cannot appreciate the beauty of the happiness. So yeah, it is. What happened, Sanjog Kumar? Why you are folding your hands? Are you people not able to see anything or what? Now question number 18. John Dryden described a major English poets as a rough diamond and must be polished ere he shines. Identify. Who has said like that? Geoffrey Chaucer, John Gower, George Herbert and Robert Herrick. Who has said that? Who has said that? Tell me. Who is? Geoffrey Chaucer, George Herbert, John Gower, Robert Herrick. It has been said by Geoffrey Chaucer, and again Geoffrey Chaucer has been repeated 10 times from 2012. His Canterbury Tales, his works, his critical comments, everything. So yeah, he is very important. When whoever is preparing for UGC NET JRF, please work for it. Okay. Now question number 19. In a remarkable prolific insight, a critic wrote that anticipating Benedict Anderson definition as a nation and imagined political community. So what he is saying, that most novels are in some sense knowable communities. It is a part of a traditional method. Which method? Traditional method, an underlying stance and approach that a novelist offers to show people and their relationships essentially knowable and communicable ways. So who has said? You have to identify the name of the critic and of the which book he has given the reference to it. So the very first question is when Van Wyck Brooks, the writer in America, Raymond Williams, The Country and the City, Joseph Wood Crouch and the Modern Temper, T.S. Eliot, Notes Towards a Definition of Culture. So it is none other than Raymond Williams, and the reference he has taken from The Country and the City, and it is very important that you read his all the concepts in literary theory and literary critic. Okay, now question number what happened. Now we'll be talking about question number, it is Raymond Williams. Okay, now we'll be solving question number 20. Can you see the things? Proleptic insights means when you are able to see the future things, actions or consequences when we are writing things that see, it's a traditional methods underlying sentences when you show when he is talking about the relationship, how he is forecasting that in future these things will be happening on, and in future that thing will be happening. So and assumptions of future, you can say. Okay, now question number 20. Fair is my love and cruel as she Fair is my love and cruel as she is fair, her brow shades frown, his brow freshen although her eyes are sunny. These above lines are characterized by circumlocution, anticlimax, antithesis and bathos. So it is none other than antithesis. Yes. So let's get started with, and see, these are the types of question which you will having like 15 types. When I say 15 types, it means either you will be knowing or not knowing, and it will have the impact that it might make you feeling anxious that why it is happening, why it is not happening. So this is the thing which you have to very take care of it, that yes, when you see these type of question, you don't get confused. Okay, now question number 21. In his epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot, again this is again a repeated question from 2012. I've seen this like fourth time this I'm seeing. Okay, sometimes they are asking for the references, sometimes they are asking for the consequences, who has said like that. Okay, Pope tells us that a poet he had benefited from this saving counsels: keep your peace 9 years, which enjoins on writers' patience and great care before they rush to print. Whose counsel is Pope returning to? Now again this you have to go and study the background of it. The very first option is Longinus is on the Sublime, very 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 interesting work of from Longinus, and how you can feel the sublimity, your softiness, your lofty words and everything, how you can make the sublimity in the text or in life also. What are the writing things, what are the 5 points which you can talk about. Okay, so here Horace in Ars Poetica, Quilton's in Steo. This is very just for name, you can just learn the names of it. And then Aristotle, Poetics. So 21 is Horace Ars Poetica. Okay. Now question number 22. Question number 22. An English architect and stage designer. Yes, Longinus on the Sublime is a very famous work. No, but the answer is Horace in Ars Poetica. Okay. Question number 21. Horace Ars Poetica. Okay. Question number 22. An English architect, stage designer, beginning 1605, joined Jacobean court to design masks, and masks were very famous in John Milton times, and that's why he was, again first we'll read the complete question. Spectacular theatre which succeeded the Commonwealth after his death. The very first designer to use revolving screens to indicate scene changes on the English stage is none other than Inigo Jones, and he was very famous. And why masks were introduced? Because at that time royal themes were there, and just to show the superiority of it, they were defined and they were introduced in the royal courts. Okay. Now question number 23. Dash may be defined as any departure from the rules of pronunciation or diction for the sake of rhyme or meter, or in unjustifiable departure from fact. First one is poetic license, poetic justice, poetic deviance, and poetic diction. So it is none other than, we say, poetic license. Why? Because when you are departing from the rules of pronunciation and diction for the sake of rhyme and meter, it's just means you are just denying the fact. So for that it is poetic license. Question number 24. That humanities and sciences were in fact two cultures was suggested by us. Who has suggested that? Aldous Huxley in his Oxford Lectures on Poetry, W.H. Auden in his Oxford Lectures on Poetry, F.R. Leavitt in his book The Great Tradition, or C.P. Snow in the Reared Lecture. So it is C.P. Snow in his Reed Lecture. Again, Aldous Huxley's learn the important works of Aldous Huxley, W.H. Auden and F.L. Lewis, very important. And it's this one, The Great Tradition, is very important of F.L. Many times this question have come from that. Okay. Now question number 25. Chauvet satirized monk because the monk is too concerned with the courtesy and the matters of etiquette, cheats the poor peasants by selling them false relics, quotes favors of wealthy people but spend times with poor people, spend too much time hunting and too little time on religious duty. Again, this is from the Canterbury Tales, and from 2012 I have seen this is like 8th or 10th time the Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer has come in UGC NET examination. So kindly please do not miss it and start reading it. So it is none other than, because he was at Chaucer, it is spelling mistake, it is Chaucer. Okay, it is Chaucer, Geoffrey Chaucer. Yeah, no, it's not. It's like he spends too much time hunting and too little time on religious duty. He uses everything very he also cheats the poor, but in time why he satirizes the monk? Because the monk spends too much time hunting. For hunting here means that he was selling things. Yeah. Okay. Now question number 26. So please, it is very important, Canterbury Trails, and remember all the 24 stories of it. Who was the initiator, who told the story first, who ended the story, who were the antagonists, who were the protagonists, what are the morals of the story. So these are the things which you need to understand it. Okay. Now question number 26. Divided into 3 sections. groundbreaking work. So it was a groundbreaking work published in 1953, uses the frame of the spiritual and moral awakening of 14-year-old turning during Saturday night service in the Harlem church. So here it is giving you a description of the work, how it has been described. So the very first option is Jorah Neale Hurston, Their Eyes Are Watching God. James Baldwin's Go Tell It to the Mountain. Tony, again this is a work from the world literature. Toni Morrison's Song of Solomon and Richard Rich's Native Son. So this is none other than James Baldwin, Go Tell It to the Mountain. Again, these 4 works are very important. Please read the summary, get to know the brief story about it. So it is very important one. Okay, and yes, I take a moment here, since we have completed 25 questions here, rest 25 questions are there, I'll be solving it with you. So whoever is watching the live session with me, a great thank you from my side. It has been, it gives me a lot of strength when you people are live, and I thank you from my bottom of my heart. And yes, thank you for all the support, and please solve PYQs as much as you can. Every single question you solve, you are getting closer to your dream. So yes, it gives me a lot of strength. Every day I think of, yes, I have to solve question papers, and yes, I will be solving. And yes, a lot of your comments, your messages, your emails, that please continue this series, and this series is very important. They are helping us. Please don't stop. Yes, I am not going to stop. I will cover till date 7th January 2025 from 2012 to 2025. I'll be solving each and every question, and whenever you feel have any doubt, please do let me know in the comment section. I'll be very happy to solve this. So yeah, this is the foundation, this is just the beginning. I'll be bringing out the literature's theory, and I'll be making it very easy. I'll be telling you, you don't have to read everything under the sun. You just have to read what it is given in the PYQs, that's all. So yeah, here's my gyan ended. Let's get started. So question number 27. So Chartism, a political movement that took its name from the People's Charter, had 6 points. So identify one point of the following that was not Charterist. So what quotes are given and what we have to do. Universal manhood suffrage, equal electoral districts, comprehensive insurance scheme for labor, vote by secret ballot, payment of MPs, no property qualification for MPs, and annual parliaments. So it is this one, because it is not about the labor thing and everything, because everything is, can you see the odd one out? Suffrage is related, so this one is right. First let me take, it is talking about political things, secret ballot, again voting and all that, MPs, qualification of MPs, annual parliaments, but this labor one is odd one out. So yeah, this is not correct. Okay, now question number 28. These beauteous form through a long absence have been to me as is a landscape to blind man's eye. So it is written from by Tinter's a baseline, and which of the following rhetorical term best suits these lines? Epistrophe, litotes, again this time it has been in 2025 it has been come hyperbole and kitaris. So it is, again the answer is this one only, and it has been repeated. Okay, now question number 29. Again, if you are following PYQs, you must be knowing that Frankenstein work has come in 2025. So yes, Cleverell, Justin, Elizabeth, Alphonse Frankenstein. So who the monster in Frankenstein is not responsible for the death of? Who is not responsible for the death of? It is Alphonse Frankenstein. Okay, Now question number 30, and I'm also thinking of taking 2 classes in a day, one for paper 2 and one for paper 1. So let me know in the comment section whether we should complete the very first, like paper 2 first and then shift to paper 1, or we should go along wise, like parallelly paper 2 and parallelly paper 1. Okay, again T.S. Eliot, can you see T.S. Eliot, The Wasteland? Those who are solving continuously, please see how themes are repeated, how the exact works are repeated, how the exact novelists are being repeated. Please look out for the repeated themes. Okay, so the very first question, which of the following plays of William Shakespeare is not directly referred to T.S. Eliot in The Wasteland? Hamlet, King Lear, Coriolanus, or The Tempest? So it is King Lear. Other than Hamlet and Coriolanus and The Tempest, all have been referred directly. Okay. Question number 30. Again, identify the group below which is known as the Sons of Ben. Noel Coward, E.G. Craig, William McCready, Matheson Lang, John Dryden, the Earl of Rochester, Samuel Butler, William Cartwright, Richard Randolph, William Holman Hunt, Thomas E. Sells, and D.G. Rochester, William Morris. Okay, so it will be William Cartwright, Richard Corbett, and Thomas. So these type of question you need to learn it. No shortcuts, no understanding, nothing. Okay. Question number 32. Christopher Marlowe was one of the first major writers to affirm what can be identified as clearly homosexual sensibility. Which drama of his deals with it? Okay, my laptop has low battery. I have to plug in the charger. Give me 1 second, please. Otherwise, this live session will be having an end. Okay. Just a moment, please. I don't want any interruptions. Yes, we are back. So question number 32. I don't know I am visible or not. Please confirm, anyone. Am I visible or not? Yes, please let me know. Am I visible or not? Okay, let's get started. Christopher Marlowe was one of the first major writers to affirm what can be identified as clearly homosexual sensibility. Which drama of his deals with it? Again, Christopher Marlowe is very important, first major writers, and that is what he can be identified as a clearly homosexual sensibility. Which drama of his deals with it? So the very first option is okay, Edward II, the Geo of Malta, Dr. Faustus, and Dido, Queen of Carthage. It is the Jew of Malta. Yes, you are right, Aniket. Now question number 33. When true silence falls, we are still left with the echo but nearer nakedness. On one way of looking at a speech is to say that there is a constant strangdom, cover, nakedness. Identify the playwright who underlines the significance of silence thus. The very first option is Samuel Beckett, Harold Pinter, Luigi Pirandello, and Joy Orton. It is Harold Pinter, very important absurdist playwright. And again Samuel Beckett, can you see the importance of parallelly second and first. Okay, from I am thinking of solving that same paper 1 from 2012 only. Okay, now question number 34. The determining features of syllabic verse is neither dash nor but the number of these type of question. I don't know why UGC wants to know these type of question, that what we are going to do with it by learning numbers, stress and quantities. These are not going to help us in the essence of telling the English literature, but still we can't do anything. We just have to, yeah, these type of question make students forces to do rote learning, right? So question number 34, it is stress and quantity. So the determining feature of is neither stress nor quantity but the number of syllable is line. Question number 35. In Robert Browning's dramatic monologue, which painter does Andrea del Sarto compares himself to? So in his dramatic monologue, very famous work, so what does he find lacking in his own work in comparison? Fra Lippi humor, Raphael's soul, Leonardo's verisimilitude and Botticelli liveliness. So what will be the answer of 35? See, start commenting the answer. At least you will be knowing here. No one is to judge you. You won't be able. You are not. It is not that you will be judged here. That, oh, I made wrong mistake. No, you don't know anyone here. You don't know any. You are just testing yourself. At least make a wrong guess. If you are not solving, there is no use of it. Taking live classes, I could have done in with the recorded session, and that will be at my convenience and at my pace and everything. I would have done it very comfortably. But why I had to do it? So that I can interact with you all, and I could have explain things which you don't understand and your queries to solve, how to solve, and these are the things which you find parishani in here. But no, none of you ask me any question regarding that, and you don't attempt the answers also. I don't know how you are going to, and then at the result day or in the examination you will be telling, I don't understand this thing, I don't know, and before one day or before one night you will be sitting to solve all the PYQs. No, that is not going to help you a lot, because at the end of the time, if you are not sitting in the long stretch like this is only 50 questions from 1 week, or after 1 week or 2 weeks there will be 100 questions. You won't be able to sit for 3 hours a long stretch. So yeah, it's all up to you. You don't want to listen it, no issues. So what he does refers to, it is Raphael's soul. Question number 36. In which of the following does Robert Southey, again repetition thousand of times, did the detail Indian superstition as an idolatry to be suppressed by a civilizing Protestant from a colonialism? Thalba, the curse of Kehema, pitting the wolves, or the country horrors? So it is the curse of Kehema. Very important work, you should not miss it. Okay. Now we move to question number 37. The following is the classic ending celebrated of a novella in English. So it is the ending. Now it has given a short brief description about it. So I kept on creeping just the same, but I looked at him over my shoulder. I have got out at last, said I, in spite of you and Jane. And I have pulled off the most of the papers, so you can't put me back. Now why should that man have fainted? But he did, right across path by the wall, so that I had to creep over him every time. So it is from Yellow Woman, Leslie Mormon Silko, The Yellow Paper by Charlotte P. Gilman, Johnny Panic and the Bible of Dreams by Sylvia Plath, Where Are You Going, Where Have You Been by Joyce C.O.H. So it is by The Yellow Paper, very important work, and it has been asked multiple times in PYQ in Match the Following. So Charlotte P. Gilman. Okay. Now, Harriet B. Stowe. I don't know who is he. He had wanted to write a work based on the life on Afro-American writer, which was later published as Uncle Tom's Cabin, Incidents in the Life of Slave Girl, Cry the Beloved Country, and the narratives of the life of Frederick Douglass. So it is incidents in the life of a slave girl. Very important one, because it might ask, and these all works you should be knowing that who has written and why it has been written, because it has some. And this Cry the Beloved Country multiple times had been asked. Now Samuel Johnson's dissertation upon poetry is a part of which of the following works? The final section of his preface to Shakespeare, a chapter of his Rasselas, the epilogue of his Lives of Poet, or one of his Rambler essays. It is from a chapter of his novel Rasselas. Okay, again it is very important work. All these are very important. Question number 40. A new series called Neo Accents was launched by Meuthyn in 1977. The first title to be published in the series was, there was a girl, I don't know the name of her, but yeah, she said, please don't, why are you faking your accent? Please, when you are teaching to the Indian student and for Indian people or for your Indian audience, you should speak in a simple language. Why, my dear, why? Who are you to tell me to speak in simple language, or my accent is annoying? If my accent is annoying, please don't watch my videos. I did not invite you to watch my videos. People are dying for it, people are paying for it to speak in such a good accent, and they are learning, and this is an art. Not everyone can speak like that. If you can, please carry on, go ahead. Nobody has stopped you, girl. Go and speak. But when I'm working on myself. I just want to speak even more like of that. When I was teaching in college and when I was teaching in school, my students were used to say, ma'am, have you ever spoken in Hindi? We have never saw you speaking in Hindi, and we have never seen you that you must be. She asked me, one of my students asked me, ma'am, do you know Hindi? That was my level of teaching. Here on YouTube, I am a bilingual teacher, and I just want, this is also a simple one. When I speak in my accent, I just speak so well. There are my foreigner friends are there. I used to talk in the foreign languages, British accent, American accent. There are so end number of accents are there. People are paying for it, and you are telling me. I don't know your name, but I just don't want to quote it. But yeah, if you are watching this video, please don't. So yeah, when somebody is trying to work upon themselves, I'm trying to work, I'm trying to improve day by day, and you people are just. See, this is not the thing, and I have not taken any money from you that you will tell me that okay, you have to do this. No, I am not slave of yours. It's my passion, it's my way of teaching. I want to educate people, I want to help people, I want to share my experience, I want to make things easier. So please don't interrupt things. Yeah, if you have any doubts related to questions and answers and things, you can go on and say anything. I won't mind things. But yeah, questioning on my personal things, you're not allowed. I'm not like other YouTubers who are like paying money, and no, I am not like that. Now question number 14. A new series called New Accents. Just because of this accent, I said so much. Yeah. The first title to be published in the series was Deconstruction Theory and Practice, Formalism, and let bygones be bygones. But yes, she or he should understand, and people should not put their nose anywhere. They should know their limits. I have not taken anything from yours. Okay. So deconstruction theory and practice, formalism and Marxism, structuralism and semiotics, making and difference, feminist literary criticism. So it is from, Structuralism and semiotics. See, people are reading it, people are doing research on it, and here people are like, what to say. Now question number 41. And whenever, ma'am, question पूरा screen नहीं हो रहा है. I don't know what is happening with it today. Have you seen this question completely? Wait. Is it visible now? It will be, it will be tiny, but it will be visible complete. Do let me know when you are able to see it. Please do let me know. I don't know what is happening. I'm reading it out, okay. Humble and rustic life was generally chosen because in that condition the essential passions Humble and rustic life was generally chosen because in that condition the essential passion of heart find better soil in which they can attain their maturity, are less under restraints, and speak a plainer and more empathetic language. The language too of these men has been adopted because such men honorably communicate with the best objects from which the best part of the originally derived. Which of the following groups of the author poems in the lyrical ballads contradict the statement preface to the lyrical ballads as pointed out by S.D. Coleridge? So whenever you see these long one, no, never get frustrated because these longs are easy one. They just do ask the exact type of question. So, Ode to the Imitations of Immorality prelude the task seasons. Michael wrote the brothers. Elegy written in a country churchyard. Ode to the popular superstitions of the Highlands. So, it is Michael, Ruth and the brothers. Again, lyrical ballads is very important, very important, and you have to deal with it. Okay, please do read lyrical ballads, preface to lyrical ballads. It is very important, and you have to read this work in. Now question number 42. A remarkable novelist of the English modernist phase who wrote a short book on what the novel is and why is that remark, oh dear, the novel tells a story, identify the novelist. Question number 42. A remarkable novelist on English modernist phase who wrote a short story on what the novel is and why it is matters, remarked, oh dear, yes, the novel tells a story, identify the novelist. Virginia Woolf, James Joyce, E.M. Forster and D.H. Lawrence. It is James Joyce, and very, can you see the, when you are solving PYQs, you will be see the repeating novelist, repeated poets, playwrights: Virginia Woolf, James Joyce, E.M. Foster, D.H. Lawrence. These are the one which you know them, right? It is very important that you should read and you should understand these all works. Okay, now question number 43. What is the name of the angel who of the following those owned allegiance to Saturn dared to protest against his impious doctrine and left his company to return God? Paradise Lost, book 5. Now can you see the importance of this Paradise Lost book? It is very very important, and every time this has been repeated, every time this has been repeated, every time you just see it, and you will see John Milton, and John Milton's Paradise Lost is very important, so kindly do not miss reading it. It is very important and you have to know the characters. So Michael, Abedel, Uriel and Gabriel. Who was he? So it was Abedel. Okay. Now question number 44. Which of the following is not a school associated with romantic period in English literature? Again, the Cockney School, the Lake School, the Fireside School, the Lake School, the Satanic School. So it is question number 44. It is the Fireside School. Now question number 45. The idea of new ethnicities in post-war Britain was advanced by Doland Hall, Stuart Hall, Pal Guillory, Hanif Qureshi. It was Stuart Hall. Now question number 46. Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse begins in a piece of a dialogue. Yes, of course, if it's fine tomorrow, said Mrs. Ramsay. But you will have to be with the lark, she added. Present among the listeners of her remark is her father, her nephew, her son and her driver. So 46 answer is her son. Now we'll move to question number 47. Just a moment. We have completed till 46, I guess. Yes. Now question number 47. Match the phrase with the character. Motiveless, Mangati. Reason in Madness, Supported of Full Horrors, To Be or Not to Be, Macbeth, Hamlet, Earl, Iago. Let me check once again if it gets open. Why it is not opening my thing? Okay, I'll tell you the answer. It is okay. Question number 47. Motiveless malignity, region in madness, supported, full of horrors. To be or not to be. Macbeth, Hamlet, Leo, Iago. So to be or not to be, it is associated with Hamlet. Stupid or full, Hamlet. So look out for 2 and D. 2 and D, it is like, yeah, the option is C. C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. Okay. Then in question number 48, in Tristram Shandy, the narrator's presentation of his life and opinions is linear, digressive, chronological, or rounded. So it is digressive. It is digressive. Okay. It is digressive. The answer is digressive. Question number 49. The famous sonnet of John Milton's beginning, when I consider how my light is spent, ends with, before my stars a wolfish eye, behind my creeps a groan or sigh. They also serve who only stand and wait, and which is more, you will be a man, my son, and bless him for the sake of him that's gone. So the famous beginning, it ends with which line? It ends with which line? It ends with, they also serve who only stand and wait. Okay, so this is the right answer. Now the very last question of the session. Her vision of several caves, she saw herself in one, and she was also outside watching its entrance for Aziz. When I see Aziz, I get to know that it is the thing which I have to, because I will be knowing just because of Aziz what it's all about. She failed to locate him. It was a doubt that had often visited her, but solid and attractive like the hills. I am not, speech was more difficult than the vision. I am not sure. Okay. The above extract from A Passage to India is about Adila's cave experience. Who is questioning Adila? So now here is the question. Who is for this you need to have a depth summary analysis of it. So Mrs. Moore, Mrs. Brickad, Fielding, or Honey Heapsleaf. So it is Mr. Brickad. Okay. So this was question number 15. If you have any doubt, please do let me know. Whether you have to ask about anything or about any question that you did not understand. So yeah, if you have no doubts, then yes, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining me in today's 2015 PYQ discussion, and your presence and participation literally makes this journey so easier. I have a lot of mess around it by clicking and not zooming in, not zooming out. It will take me some time to get get with it. So yeah, just be with it. Solve PYQs and remember every small revision, every single question. If you are doing it on a regular basis, that one daily, because very few days, I would say, I will not consider as a month now because April is already gone. So yeah, it is a step toward for your revision, for your goal, for your clearing UGC NET, for your clearing those who are clearing for JRF, those who are aiming for All India Rank 1. So stay consistent, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next session and with more questions. And until then, please revise, go for the themes, go for the work, go for the major writers. Keep shining and happy learning, and that's never stopping believing in yourself. That's it. So okay, bye, all the best.